and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Dak off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Putting the tight end in motion. Prescott now on 3rd down. Has him running the comeback. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go! And Dak!
Another throw for Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Yeah, here we go!
Dak throwing again. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up the big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers throwing to start it off. It's caught Metcalf. And they'll make the stop up at the 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. On the ground again with Johnson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Steelers first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, Rodgers. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
150. Get 300. Get 300. Take 30.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Rodgers here from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First down throw by Rodgers. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Play action, Prescott. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Dump off to his fullback. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hits his running back. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Oh, he shovels it forward, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You could do a lot worse than a quick little shuffle give sometimes. I like that play. That shuffle pass just keeps the defense honest, keeps them guessing a little bit. Normally goes for positive yardage, and sometimes you're even able to surprise that defense entirely.
Dak now from the gun. He brings it in. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, Prescott. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
The pressure for that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Yeah, here we go. 27.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. Escapes the pocket, fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it! Someone punched it out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Yeah! Hey, kill!
They send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, Prescott to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. No. Inside. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers pushing for points. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
26. No.
Jumps in up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Back north.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. Got Washington. It's complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
After the sack, another pass on second down. He threw, and someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Throwing on first is Prescott. He's on the move. He's keeping it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Oh.
Yeah, here we go! Right there!
First down, here's Dak. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Gay's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right. Oh, he loses the football. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how You're awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Dak out of the pistol. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Yeah, there we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Cut near the goal line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, this. No. We don't do it.
To throw, Rodgers. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, Mike. No. Scumbo. We don't do it.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41.
No.
Play action with Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10.
No. Get at 300. Get at 300. We don't do it.
Rodgers here from the gun. This finds Austin complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
No. Hey, 88.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
26.
From the 36. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. This one finds the fullback. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak off the play fake. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
We go 47. Good.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. The Cow... Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Another throw for Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Dak throwing again. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Motioning him from the slot right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Dak to the air here. And the covered just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Prescott now on third down. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll make it a two-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10 now. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Go to 50. Hey, you block.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers cut the lead down to just 2. So a field goal would win it for him now, but to do that, they've got to recover this kick. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
They'll run here on 1st down. He cuts it right. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push this to an 8-point game. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. No. Yeah, this.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Gets this to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. He beams one deep right side. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's caught Metcalf. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Again, Rodgers. Has the connection to Ridley. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jump out!
Throwing once again, Rodgers. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as you said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
The give here on 2nd. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and just 2 to go. Working from the pistol, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No. Go to 50.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He finds Johnson. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pushing it up past the 30. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. They get 13 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Inside. No.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal.
No.
Warren goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
Catch is made in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
One final shot here. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So we're down to a 3-point game, and now gonna try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And this was the type of response you always